So we're live with another video of Support School. This time we got episode 2. We're going to go over support on attack this time. So hope you guys enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy. Let me know what other types of videos you want to see from our Support School. Whether it be different operator breakdowns, different guides, different all that sorts of stuff. So you guys let me know. I'll get you guys what you need. Okay, so we'll start now. So your role on attack, so you have your hard support, you have your secondary support. Your hard support is generally your hard breach. You got your hard breach, so your thermite, nav, those kind of guys. Your secondary support, which is normally your flank watch. If you're playing in NA and other regions, it's your flex role. Uh, as an attack support, you are most likely going to be carrying the bomb, so you're going to be the planter of the team on the executes, and you're going to be the one that's droning most of the time. So operators, for hard breach, we got Ace, Thermite, Mav, Habana. Secondary support, we got Nomad, Zero, like the flank watch type operators, and we have a flex, so you can throw a Capitao with his hard breach gadget and his smokes. You can throw a Ying with her smokes or hard breach gadget. You could throw a Flores in there as another hard support. Somebody that's doing a job to help the entry out is what I consider a support. So utility, passive versus aggressive. When you have utility still in your pocket, you need to be playing passive. As the hard support, your utility is some of the most important in the game. It's going to open those walls for your team. So you need to make sure that as a support, you're playing passive until your utility is gone. So if I'm playing Habana and I've used all my utility on like clubhouse hatches and I've used my flashes, I can almost turn into an entry type role at that point. I can play more aggressive at that point, but not until you get the job done that your team needs you to do. So when you have your primary gadgets and your secondary gadgets, your primary gadget is your operator's ability. So with Thermite, it's the exothermic charge. With Habana, it's the X Kairos. With the Nomad, it's the air jab. Your secondary gadget, you have your flashbangs, your smokes, your claymores, your breach charges. Those are generally the ones on supports. And you have two drones. I need to emphasize that you have two drones on attack. Use them. That is your best friend on attack. That's how you get intel. The way to win in the game of Rainbow Six Siege is to have as much intel as possible. Droning. Normally you're going to be droning for your entries. That's the big part of the game, and competitive at least. You will be droning your entries in, and you'll be trying to get them in a position to get kills. Uh, your drones will be used for information later in the round. Obviously, they'll be used for information the entire game, but later in the round, that's when it gets key. You can drone out the bomb site to see which site you can hit. So if I'm attacking like a Villa Aviator defense, and I see that they don't have the smoke close to, like if smoke's still playing top main, I could possibly go for a plant already on vault as long as my teammates are all in position as well. Lastly, your drones will be used for flank drones as well, mostly with secondary support. Your job as secondary support is to kind of see where your team's missing those flank drones and to let them know. So on if you're attacking from Master on that Aviator attack, you need a flank drone on Red, you need a flank drone in Astro. You need those kind of flank drones so you know where if you're getting flanked or not. So the pref and the drone phase, that's mostly droning. As a support, I like to keep my drone as soon as I know where the bomb site's at. I have my entries put their drones where they're going to be entering, and then I can flip those. Others, I'll save my drone out and just pick it up when I'm leaving the spawn. If you're IGLing on support, if you are uh, attacking like a clubhouse CCTV, you need to know where to attack, where do your entries need to enter, what operators are you going to bring, especially with the attacker repick. As the IGL, you can mix and match your team together. So there will be rounds where you could bring Glaz, Ying, Cap, Glaz, I guess I already said him, Capitao, those kind of guys, and go for like a quick execute or something. But then there's other times where you might need to take a more strategic, methodical route towards it. So if you're IGLing, talk to your team. What operators should they bring? Where should you guys be attacking from? That kind of thing. Mid round, you got if you're the hard breach, you're going to be getting your breach charges down. you're going to be opening up the walls, and yet you're still going to be droning. You're gonna take map control as much as you can, and you're going to keep droning up for that map control. So that Villa example again, if we take Master and Asher already, then you're going to be droning up towards 90, you're going to be droning up towards red. You're going to continue droning for the majority of the round as the hard support. Secondary support, you're going to be putting up those flank drones, you're going to be making sure your team has those flank drones, and you'll be flipping those cams. If you're 0, you'll be flipping those cams more than if you're Nomad. Nomad, you can kind of put an air jab and forget about it, but you still need to be watching flanks where your air jabs are not. On the execute, that's going to be when you're planting. So when your teammates are all ready and you guys are in a position to plant, that's your call as the IGL. You need to be calling that, hey, I see an opportunity to plant here. So then you can get in the site if your teammates are holding crossfires and everything. Your secondary gadget, that's a big part. Your smokes come into play here if you're a thermite. Your stuns come in here if you're your Habana or your thermite, like those kind of things. So you don't always need to save your secondary gadget. If you see an opportunity to throw a stun to help your entry get a kill, then go for it. But I like to use my secondary gadgets at the execute so that it kind of stalls a little bit so you have more time to get that plant down. Post plant, as the IGL, you should be figuring out where are your teammates, where should they be. Is there ways you can hold crossfires? If it's a 2v1, you want to be holding a crossfire and not let that guy take his 1v1s. You should never allow them to take their 1v1s if you have man advantage. Utility, is there any more utility can we use? Can we smoke off a door or something to prevent them from wanting to walk through that smoke for like another 7-8 seconds? The diffuser is a 45-second period. Okay, if we can burn another 8 seconds with the smoke, let's go for it. Drones, are your teammates on drones? Do we know where the enemies are going to be coming from? If it's a 5v5 post plant, things could get pretty batshit crazy pretty soon. So having those drones to know where people are at is really helpful there. So I found this was from yesterday's playday of the NAL. So we'll watch Bosco here. So they're attacking a basement here. So Bosco is going to be playing that hard support. That's weird. So Bosco's going to be playing that hard support there. So they're journeying through the pet phase, doing all that stuff. Okay, so we're 2:55 in the round. So within 15 seconds, Fultz is already in the building. So I'm sure Bosco is droning him here, or had drones. So if we watch Bosco, he's not on drones right now. Possibly moving somewhere. He's on drones now. Okay, so from the 2:30 mark, let's see how long he drones here. Okay, so he's off it by the 2:15 mark. Okay, and he brought smokes on the thermite here. Okay, so Skies gets a pick on Razor there. Okay, so there's a minute 50 in the round. They have map advantage, or man advantage, and they're closing in on where they need to get to. So that hatch is already destroyed. So that's one less thing that they got to worry about there. Okay, so 5v3 with a minute 30. Bosco, a minute 30 is on his drone right now. He still has 2 drones in pocket, so they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 drones available with a minute 20 left. They're winning the intel game right here. They have a bunch of map control. They have more intel. They're sitting in a really good spot. Plus the 2-man advantage. 95% of the time, as long as you don't throw your man advantage, this should be a win for you guys. So opening up hatches here. Okay, Bosco's just dropped hatch and he's putting his ectothermic here, so we're a little under a minute and he's opening up his wall, okay? They left this wall soft, so Rampy just sledges it. Now they're gonna bait out some smokes. So there's Melted has 2 more smokes left after that one. They're just playing the waiting game at this point. Bait out smokes. Try to get map control here. Okay, so Bosco's throwing 2 smokes down there. Melted is throwing his smokes long, so he'll smoke short and go find a different spot to plant at with 10 seconds. So they try to go for a retake. Bosco gets the bomb down here, and now it's a 4v2. They had to retake, and now the roles are kind of reversed here. So the attackers have control of the site, and defenders are trying to retake here. So we have skies on drones here. There's only 3 drones left, so a bunch of drones got shot in that minute 15 there. And then we'll have the swing there. So that's a good round by Bosco. He's droning his team. He's getting that map control with his team. He's opening up the walls, and then he's getting that plant down. He rotated back upstairs to drop the hatch and drop those smokes. While Melted is smoking that, he can't get in there, so he finds a new position and a new call to, hey, I'm going to smoke this off, and I'm going to smoke in this corner here rather than smoking in a default plant where Melted will keep smoking me off. So in review, use your drones, use your utility, and I think I really covered the hard breach versus secondary support here. Hard breach is your hard support that's going to be opening up the walls, while secondary support is more of your flank watch and all that stuff. So I'm going to hop in game here. I'm going to show you guys some of my loadouts for my support on attack, and yeah, so we'll get into that real quick. Into my operators and my attackers here. So some of the operators that I consider to be more on the supporter side, I had in blue. I don't know why I think as that. Let's change that real quick. Alright, so Thatcher, forgot about her, or him. That's a secondary support right there. Hardly ever played because she's always banned. I like to run the AR-33 just to keep things different. With the pistol and a claymore on him. I have the Thermite Elite. With that, I run the 5.56, the pistol, and then I flip between smokes and flashbangs depending on the site. Montang support, glass support. Fuse isn't really a support, but he's not also an entry either. Blitz, same thing with Fuse. Capitao, I run the Para just because I hate LMGs with the pistol and the hard breach gadget. Habana is another one that I have the Elite for. I run the Type 89 with the Bearing 9, and I 95% of the time will run flashbangs on her. Ying, the T95 with the handgun, and then I flip off depending on the site and my team's operators. Dokkaebi, Lion, Maverick is another main, like a hard breach. I run the M4 with the pistol, and I run frags on him because frags are extremely strong right now, especially with yellow ping. Nomad would fit under that secondary support role. I run the ARX, but the AK is also a very good weapon. I run the handgun rather than the Han Solo, and then I almost always run stuns on her. Gridlock is another one of those that could fit in a flank watcher. I run the Gon 6 with the F90 while you could run the LMG, and I almost always run smokes on her. She's probably the last flank watch you would pick after Nomad and Zero. Callie is the same role as like Thatcher, where she gets stuff off the wall. That's the sniper. Ace, the AK-12, which is a very strong gun right now with the handgun. And then I normally run breach charges. I might run Claymore sometime depending on my team, if we have enough breach charges or whatever. Zero falls under that hard breach role. I run the SC 3000K. You could also run the MP7, it's a very strong gun with the Gon 6. And then I flip off if I have other hard breaches on the team. I run a Claymore, but if it's like a bank or something where you can get away with just running hard breach, I would run the hard breach gadget on him. Flores, last but not least, I run the AR-33 with the handgun and stuns. So yeah, here, that's kind of my loadouts. If you guys want me to go more in depth with an operator, I think that's something I have planned for the future. I might try to get into a how to play Thermite, how to play Habana, like those type videos. So yeah, if you guys want to see more of that, you guys just comment on this video. Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate all the support. Like, comment, subscribe, and clown out.